Hi guys, welcome. So today I'm going to be bringing to you an amazing interview with one of my past students who scored an incredible bar 9.0 on his reading model. Fantastic, isn't it? Okay, so Mr. Ayotebi is going to be with me here today to share his incredible story of how he achieved a perfect bar 9 on his reading model. Now, Ayotebi had written the IELTS before and he had scored a 6.0 on his reading test. That's before I met him. And then after our lessons together and a lot of incredible work he put in himself, he was able to move himself from 6.0 to 9.0. Amazing, right? So stay tuned and let's talk to Mr. Ayotebi. Let's dive right into it, right? So the first question that we have for you: what strategies did you use to complete the test on time?
So I would say the strategy I used was timing basically.
Yes.
I was well after mastering the tips and tricks on how to answer each question type.
Yes.
Yeah, I made sure I could finish a reading test
Mhm.
in sub 60 seconds.
Yes.
So I was doing about 50. Sorry, I said in sub 60 minutes. So I was completing a reading exercise in 50 minutes.
In 50 minutes. So that
Yes.
leaves out 10 minutes for you.
Yes.
So what do you do with the 10 minutes
Yeah,
extra?
go back over my answers to ensure that my answers are right.
Yes.
Just to be sure I've not made any mistake.
And that's very good for timing because you need to be absolutely sure you're good on time before the exam day. All right, so number two, how did you handle tricky? First off, what was the most tricky question type for you in the IELTS?
So this was my second IELTS test.
Mm-hmm.
The most tricky question for me is or was matching headings.
Matching headings.
Yeah, it was a disaster the first time I took IELTS.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasted a whole lot of time on it.
Mm-hmm.
But my score came out at 6 in reading.
Six.
Uh,
So we are talking a drastic move from
yeah,
6.0 to 9.0. So
9.0.
so I don't know how many of you out there are wondering, how am I going to do well? I've gotten 6.0 over and over. This is a perfect example of how you can do well. Okay, so tell us, how did you manage to overcome that?
Well, I found the perfect technique to answer the matching headings,
Okay.
and it cut down the time I
Yeah.
spent in my reading test drastically.
Okay, give us your top three strategies. Like, how did you do well? How did you get this 9.0? I'm sure everybody wants to know. What did you do that they are not doing?
Okay, so first off, I think you should get a tutor.
Mhm.
Right, very important. You should get a tutor. Your tutor will teach you those tips and tricks and techniques to answer those questions. You need to also know how to. You need to know each question type has its own tip
His
and
own
trick.
strategy,
Yes,
yes.
strategy rather. They have their own strategy. Each question type has their own strategy. And then lastly, you need to practice, practice, practice. Um, the more you practice, the better you'll get at answering
The
the,
questions on the D-Day.
yeah, on the different question types, and then you'll also be able to reduce the amount of time you spend
Each question.
on each question.
Okay, so before the exam day, tell us, what scores were you getting? Like, that gave you confidence that, okay, I'm ready to blast this exam.
Okay, so funny thing is, prior to the exam day,
Mhm.
I was still hustling a 7.5.
Really?
Yeah, now because I still had issues with matching heading.
Okay.
Right, I think it was like 2 or 3 days to the exam.
Okay.
I now found the strategy which I used for my matching heading,
Mm, oh,
and that was the game changer,
just
honestly.
changed
Yeah,
everything.
that was the game
So,
changer.
so did you at any time score 39 over 40, 40, 40 during your practices?
I think I did a 38.
Mhm.
I never got a 40. Yeah, but then I found out I used some practice question that was way more difficult
Okay.
than the actual test questions. So I was averaging in 35, 37.
And thereabouts.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, what are our test takers doing wrongly? What's the common mistakes people make on the IELTS reading?
Um, okay. I think a common mistake people do is they first of all people feel, oh, it's just English.
Yes.
Right? They feel, oh, it's just English, they will just dive right into it, and then that's one. Two is the fact that they do not understand that the different question types require
Different
different.
approaches.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's another thing people do not realize. And then, and I think sometimes people tend to be lazy. Yeah.
Of course.
And I want
Of
to say, I
course.
won't want to say it's just laziness. People go to work, they run businesses. You know, we're all
So they are
adults.
busy.
Yeah, they are
No
busy.
time. No
But
time.
if you're going to be paying that much money and for that test, you need to just set aside an hour or 2 hours every day.
Yeah.
So I was doing a minimum of an hour every day.
That's a good
Study, yeah,
strategy.
studying,
Personal time with the
yeah,
IELTS. Okay.
yeah. So I think yes, so I think that's it basically.
Well, thank you. So, if you're going to part ways with our viewers, what are you going to say? What's your biggest advice for 2025 IELTS? Note, IELTS, like he said, is now 277,000. So
Please don't
that's a
say
lot of money.
don't say 200, just say 300,000. It's three
And
hundred
a lot of
thousand.
money, guys. You don't want to throw that money away. You
Yeah.
want to be absolutely sure you're ready. So, what is your biggest advice to them so that they don't waste their money?
So two things you do basically. One, get a tutor.
Yes.
Two, practice. So you get a tutor, get familiar with the strategies, the tips and techniques on answering the different question types.
So,
Once you are certain you've grasped that aspect, then practice.
just keep practicing.
Keep practicing, and you want to practice every day, right? So I tell people you want to practice every day, every single day. Set aside. I know you are busy on your way to work, on your way back from work. Maybe when you wake up in the morning, or maybe before
I
you go
mean,
to bed
just
at
set
night.
that time, that
1 hour
period.
every day.
Yeah.
If you have 300,000 naira to pay, I remember what the good book says. It says, "Look for the joy that was set before him."
Yes, so he endured.
You endure. Yeah, and just going for like 3 weeks. If you can do that for like 3, 4 weeks,
Good.
yeah, you'll be sure to ace the exams.
You'll be shocked at your score. Like, I'm sure you were very shocked when you opened it. Like, what?
Apparently, no, I no, no,
What?
I wasn't actually shocked. I was actually shocked at my reading.
Yes, because that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. In 9.0, people think it's something you can never get. Like, did they give you 9.0?
I was expecting an 8,
On the
right?
reading, yes.
Yeah, but then I got a 9. I'm like, wow.
Wow. As in, it's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
whole lot. All right. Thank you for your time. Really
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it. Inspiring story, wasn't it? So, as we go along, I'm going to be bringing you some other past students of mine who have managed to get the highest score possible, scores that they haven't even thought possible on their own on the IELTS. And I'm going to be bringing you these stories. Now, if you want to have a story like one of the students, all you need to do is to subscribe to this channel, send to your friends who are not yet on the channel so that they can all subscribe, so that we can get this score together. Alternatively, you can always reach me on my WhatsApp. The link is going to be on my bio if you want a personalized coaching, if you want me to take you in my classes, or you want private classes, we can always do that. But for now, subscribe to this channel, keep watching this channel, and we will ace the IELTS together. Take care. Bye.